Good evening, and it is a late evening. It is well after 10 p.m. and I've been busy. We've been busy. I have a project going. Downstairs we have a DVD recorder player under our television. And Thelma the other day pulled out a great big bag full of VHS videotapes. With painting lessons on them from multiple different painters from public broadcasting that somebody had recorded. We don't know how we got them. But she would have wanted them on DVD. And the only way to do that is to play them on a VHS player recorder, which we have, which I have cleaned manually, taking the cover off, and I know how to maintain these things. And remarkably, it's working very well, even when whoever recorded these tapes put 6 hours on, extended play on a 2-hour regular play videotape. And they still look pretty good. So I've done 28 DVDs, 29 DVDs, I think, 29 with 2 hours each. So that's what, 58 hours of video that's been transferred in the last several days now. Anyway, that's one of my projects. And I mentioned what I think was bear scat out on the edge of our woods, our 11-acre woods, which we own the southwestern corner of this big isosceles triangle of 11 acres of woods. We own about 3/4 of an acre in that corner. And I think it was bear scat. But anyway, so yesterday we got our grandson to bring his game camera over. We asked him if he wanted to. And oh yeah, I'll be right over. So he rode his bike down and brought the game camera, and he and I went out and set it up. We hung it on one of the fence posts of our garden facing the woods. And then I went out last night. I told him I was going to put some bait out that would hopefully attract the bear. So about 9 o'clock, Thelma we had some dried bread that she was going to throw out to the birds anyway. And I said, put some peanut butter on it. We had maybe 3 or 4 slices of bread. And so she slathered them up with peanut butter. And we had some scrap. We had steaks on the barbecue last night and fat scraps that we cut off. Yeah, she cut off. And I said, we'll put those out there too. So we set the camera up. My grandson and I set the camera up, got it all aimed and that good. Got it turned on. So I went out at 9 o'clock. Actually, I stood by the back door, looking out the back door. There's already a deer over on the other side of our garden. Well, I'll wait till the deer goes away. So we watched that for a few minutes, and it wandered off into the woods. So it's like, okay, I'm not going to disturb the deer. I'll go over and I'll lay these pieces of bread out and put the little fat scraps closest to the camera. I made a path of 3 or 4. Anyway, and then I went out this morning and retrieved the little micro SD card from it. Brought that in and put it in the computer, and guess what? About 5 minutes after I came in, because it was getting dark, so we weren't watching anymore. 5 minutes after I came in, according to the timer, because it took pictures of me laying the bait out. 5 minutes after I came in, a deer came out of the woods, and who knew? Deer like peanut butter. So I think a deer ate the peanut butter. I don't think it ate the fat scraps. I don't think deer eat carrion, but I think it ate the peanut butter. Or at least it showed an interest in it. I don't know, but I went out this morning, and the only thing we got on the camera were deer, 2 deer, and bugs, flies. In fact, there was a swarm that I don't know what set those off, but at one point there was a big swarm of flies that kind of went from behind the camera and flew off toward the deer, not at the deer, but in its direction. And the deer wandered off, and so there was no bait left this morning. I don't know whether the deer ate it or something else ate it, but no bear pictures yet. I put the camera back out. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good evening, folks.